Hello and welcome back to the art studio. Today we're going to look at one-point perspective landscape. So you're going to want to step outside with your sketch pad and take a look at your landscape within your community or environment. You are going to select and manipulate the correct tools in drawing to create a series of images that reflects you as an artist. Now you have some supporting targets, so you are going to demonstrate knowledge concepts in tool manipulation. So you get to pick what materials you'd like to use. I can use materials, tools, and spaces responsibly. So where are you going to be out there in the environment to draw this landscape? And I can create a series of images that represents you as an artist. So you're going to be doing multiple drawings of one-point perspectives for your final product. And now we have a task. A one-point perspective landscape typically combines repetitive organic matter, such as trees, concrete poured in areas, stones, gravel, grass, stuff like that are staggered and angular in forms. So this exercise can be challenging, but repetition and pattern will help you to point or create that vanishing point in your design. Okay? So think about how you're going to use your contour lines and think about objects in the foreground and the background as they start to recede. And you can create a pattern to make those objects get smaller as they go farther back. All right, so what is a vanishing point? A vanishing point is the point at which something that has been growing smaller or increasingly fainter, it's getting tinier. So what we're going to do is we're going to come on over here and we're going to start to work on our worksheet. Now, I've started some ghost lines. I'm going to have a focal point here in the middle. This is where my objects are going to recede and get smaller. So that's my focal point. And in that area, I have kind of like some rays that come out. And that's going to help me determine where my road is going to get smaller, my objects are going to get smaller, and then you're going to want to put a horizon line somewhere in there. Okay, so here are my rays that are going to help me to get smaller, almost like butterfly wings. Now, you don't have to include these ghost lines to help you, but they're there. Just think about it, all right? So I'm going to want to create a road. I'm going to want to grab the straight edge. I'm going to use my popsicle sticks for cold calling. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to draw a hard edge. And there you have the road. Now, usually in the road, we have the lines that get smaller, okay? So I sketch that in. Now I'm going to go over my lines, and I'm going to give them a hard edge. All right? So here's my line in the road. Here's my road. It's going to get smaller. Now I want to create a sidewalk. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to take that sidewalk all the way to my focal point. All right, there you have it. Okay, so here's my line in the road. Here's my sidewalk. And I'm going to want to angle my sidewalk lines. And the spaces are going to get smaller as they start to go back. So let's put in that line in my sidewalk. Let's put one in over here. And it's going to get smaller. All right, if you want, you can put some cracks in your sidewalk. That's up to you. If you want, you can make spatial lines for your area that goes down the road, because sometimes there's spaces here. Now we're going to start to add in the landscape. Okay, so let's start to build our trees up. Let's give them some trunks. There's our trunks. If you want to add texture, you can do that. You're going to notice my trunks are getting skinnier and shorter as they recede back. I'm going to start to add in my shapes of my trees. Okay. So there's my trees. They're getting smaller. They're going further back. And now I'm going to add in a post. where the electrical lines go. So there's one post. Let's add in another one. That one's going to get smaller. And this one's going to get even smaller, skinnier, shorter. All right, so there we have it. Now, if you want to add texture in, you can add texture in for grass. If you want to draw something in the background, like a small building, you can do that. If you want to add some bushes in there, you can do that. And then let's add our little fluffy clouds. And these are even going to get smaller too as they start to head back. Now, if you want to get real fancy, you can start adding shading to this as well. So here's a basic formula for a landscape. You can use this for looking out your window or stepping outside to get some fresh air, and you can start to sketch your landscape. But think about your rays that come out. They're going to help you from that focal point to shrink down the objects as they start to go farther back and they get smaller. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, go to supplemental resources, find my office hours for Monday through Thursday, and those hours are 1:30 to 2:25, and then on Fridays it's 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. All right, take care, be safe, stay creative. Signing off.